never die.
Ladies and gentlemen, my latest creation!
Dragon's fire consumes all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday Evening with OCCScrims. Tonight's matchup is our Diamond Division between Komodo and Celestial Deathball, which involves, so to speak, some family eating some of their own. These two teams have some people that played together on Celestial before Komodo got created, so that should be interesting to watch. I'll go ahead and throw it over to our commentators for tonight. Captain Jack and Crunch, how are you doing tonight, gentlemen?
Doing all right there, peeps. Thanks for bringing us in here. We got our Diamond Divisions going on tonight. Komodo versus Celestial Deathball. I'm really excited to see what Komodo has got tonight. Crunch, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
I think with what happened the previous week beforehand, I think that Komodo had a lot of time to think about them just making sure their comms are correct and that they were able to have their team chat down to the T, and they really need to be focusing on just that team coordination and just focusing on playing with each other rather than against each other.
Alrighty, well, let me go ahead and get our lobby started here. We're going to go ahead and start on, we're doing the royalty pack tonight, so that means
Goats?
We're going to start on Hanamura.
No goats.
Yay, Hanamura.
Because that was the first map I could get to in the list.
Oh!
Hanamura.
Tom Panura.
All right. So as they go ahead and get set up, we saw an incredible fight coming from Komodo last week, but they did face a defeat against Salt.exe. I believe it was either 3-1 or 4-0. My mind's a little fuzzy on what the actual was it 4-0?
It was 4-0.
But it was a close game. It was neither here nor there for either team. Salt just had the communication and the wherewithal to be able to work through every one of Komodo's sets. Hopefully Komodo has looked back at the VODs, figured out what they're going to do against Celestial Deathball. I mean, they've got lots of videos to watch how Celestial played against Salt for a number of months now. Let's go ahead and see what they've got going on tonight. We're going to actually see Komodo on the defense starting off. Nassif doing the Rhine Zarya with Beauty on the Zarya. Beast coming in on the almighty McCree with Clever on the Hanzo. Calamity on the Zenyatta and Spaceman on the Moira. We got Mighty Peon coming in on the Widowmaker to start things off. Mal and Amara coming in on the Rhine Zarya combo. And Weapons Tech on the Brig. Also with some no Zenyatta play from Bacon right now. All right, so let's see how this goes. All right, they're pushing into the choke, working at one another. Mal and the rest of the team got those extra heals coming in from Ana. Barriers down for Nassif right now as Weapon Stack and Mal push in. Bagel Guy takes out Nassif. Quick pick, making a 5v6 fight, but they're having a hard time pushing past Beauty, Clever, and Beast right now. They're pushing in on Beauty, trying to make something happen. The Nano comes in on Mal already. Peon gets double kill on Beast and Clever. Mal picking off Calamity, Mighty Peon, and Weapons Check, cleaning up the rest, and that is going to be a quick 0.8 grab. Crunch, did I miss anything there?
No. Biggest thing definitely was as soon as that shield broke, they immediately took advantage of that little tiny Reinhardt at that point, was able to take him out. They had no frontline shield to protect him, and they were able to push in for free.
Absolutely. So with a little less than 7 minutes on the clock, we're going to have to see a very incredible defense here on the side of Komodo. They do have the spawn advantage this time around, so they're going to find themselves in a good position. Here comes the rally coming in from Weapon Stack along with the Dragons. And that's going to... Oh, it looks like we're exchanging Dragons. We were able to get one kill from Clever, but the rest was a cleanup by Mighty Peon. Definitely been practicing that Widow play. 2 picks already. Clever in on the Tracer, trying to make something happen. Nassif coming in with the tackle, takes out Weapons Tech on the Brig, and it looks like they're going to have to pull out of this. Oh, nope, Mal coming back into the point, gets hammered down as soon as they come in for the tackle, gets taken out incredibly quickly. Calamity getting a double kill, and Clever cleaning up a Bagel Guy right there is going to force a quick reset. Wow, I was actually a little surprised that they didn't get that. What do you think, Crunch?
I was definitely impressed. Tracer was right in front of their face, and they just completely ignored her while the Ryan just got the free charge on the Brigitte. From there, they were able to clean up what they needed to, and they were able to just win the point back. That's why you just need to be sure you're focused, you keep looking at what needs to be done, and you don't BM. Do not BM. I will repeat myself. Do not BM.
I'm not going to... I'm not going to try to interpret what you mean by that. Alright, the hammer down comes in from Mal, but doesn't end up stopping much of anything. Bacon gets taken out there by Nassif. Weapons Tech ends up taking out Calamity, though. Spaceman working on the point as the Moira. Beast coming in with the High Noon, trying to make something happen. Ends up taking out Mal. Beauty taking out Bagel Guy. Weapons Tech coming in with the rally, trying to make something happen. Mighty Peon taking out Clever with the Mine. The Trans coming in from Calamity, keeping up the rest of the team. The Tackle coming in to take out Beauty, or take out Amara, rather. But Nassif's going to be seeing that hard reset as well. Mighty Peon, the only one near the point, takes out Calamity. Spaceman ends up taking out Weapons Tech in the trade. Clever following up on Mighty Peon, and that's going to be another hard reset there with 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Crunch, like, they were just rolling it right there on the side of Celestial Deathball, and now it seems like they're kind of at a standstill. They're either finding themselves staggered between the high ground and low ground and just getting picked off. What are you seeing?
Biggest thing I'm seeing right now is that they've just lost their momentum. Once you have the momentum lost, it takes a little while before you can actually get it rolling right back up to speed. If they're able to just push in and able to take that point like they need to, then they can get that momentum right back where they need it, which is right in the winning circle.
Well, that early pick coming out on Calamity is going to hopefully make that work really well. Beauty gets the kill on Mal. Clever taking out Mighty Peon. Bagel Guy taking out Clever in the process, though. And that might be another hard reset. Weapon Stack on the high ground as well, trying to get away from Nassif. Yep, there it goes. Reset once again. Another minute wasted. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. We're just seeing kind of a little bit of ultimates going back and forth there. Go ahead, Crunch.
This is the impressive defense that you were looking for, right?
Absolutely. This is what I wanted to see. I have held many a 7-minute hold on this map. I mean, of course, I play Bastion on the high ground, but I mean, come on. we all have our people that we do well at. Here comes the Nano in on Mal as Clever cleans up Weapons Tech. Mighty Peon taking out Beast. We switch over to the Widow. Double shatters going in either direction, but the Dragon Strike trying to make something happen. Nassif gets the double kill. Beauty following up on Mal. Mighty Peon takes out Clever with the help of Bagel Guy taking out Beauty. Bagel Guy still working on that high ground, but gets taken out by Beast. And that's going to be another hard reset and another minute lost to the time bank. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. And even with the use of Nassif's ult, we have 4 ults on the side of Komodo right now, whereas we're not seeing much of an ult economy on the side of Celestial. I'm thinking they're kind of finding themselves at a disadvantage right now, wouldn't you say, Crunch?
Biggest thing that I'm definitely noticing is that they're definitely playing more around with Nassif now from the beginning, and they're able to just use that frontline shield to stop the Widow from getting those easy picks like she was getting from the first point. Right now, the biggest thing I would definitely say is just swap off the snipers, get a more brawl-heavy comp, and just push right into them. Just get right in their face.
Well, Bagel Guy has switched over to the Genji, so I'm guessing that Genji's hoping to cut through the competition.
You proud about that one? You proud about what she said there?
It's the first one of the night. I've been with 3Ks all day, alright? There comes the rally. But the Graviton's going to hold everybody in place. Triple kill from Clever. I think that was one slash of the blade, too, as soon as all those kills came in. Mighty Peon takes out Beast, and Spaceman takes out Mighty Peon. Another minute lost to the clock. 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock. Still only holding 2 ticks here on point B. Will Celestial Deathball be able to take this, or have we seen the wrath of the Komodo Dragon coming out for this team on this first game, already raring to go? Let's go ahead and look into the match once again. Mal and Weapons Tech with the rest of the team trying to push in through middle. Nassif tackling down to the point to get set up, ready for Mal coming in. Here comes the tackle for Mal. Doesn't end up getting much of anything. Nassif's antied right now. The hammer down comes in from Nassif. Doesn't end up getting much of anybody. Bagel Guy now Nassif. Spaceman taking out Bagel Guy with Coalescence. The Graviton comes in from Amara. Doesn't end up getting much of anything. They're fighting on the point back and forth. Mighty Peon taking out Calamity. Spaceman trying to distract, do everything possible to keep it going. Beauty trying to keep it going. Mighty Peon triple kill on the point right about quad kill. Holy goodness, Nassif getting antied once again, trying to stay up, but not to the wrath of Weapons Tech. Beauty ends up taking herself out of the equation. The Transcendence coming in from Calamity, trying to keep it going. 10 seconds left on the clock. Will they be able to get to this point? Will they be able to make things happen? And with 6 seconds left on the clock, woo! Celestial takes the second point. That was quite an intense fight there at the end, wouldn't you say, Crunch?
Oh, absolutely. That was very, very well played by Mighty Peon. Just getting those picks where anyone was easily exposed and was able to just keep taking them out one by one.
I have to give some love to Bacon, too. The antis were just on point during that fight. It seemed like both of them, I wasn't exactly sure where Bacon was in that fight, but I believe both Mighty Peon and Bacon were on the high ground. So they're sniping and healing from a distance, as well as throwing antis on the enemy team. That's just incredible teamwork by a team of snipers right there.
Absolutely. From there, though, the biggest thing that would easily just stop that entire comp, just rolling with a nice little dive comp, having a little Winston, having a little Diva, having a little Genji, and having everybody just come up, just immediately take the high ground away from them, and they would have nothing but just them just losing utterly to the Komodo Dragon.
Absolutely. I don't think they had a lot of time, though, left on the point. They didn't really have a lot of room to give up on the objective, so they had to choose whether to fight on the objective and keep them from getting that final tick or take the high ground. And unfortunately, you're kind of in a lose-lose situation if you don't have that dive comp you were mentioning.
Right.
All right, 20 seconds left on the clock as we're preparing for this next fight. It looks like we're seeing a similar comp come in. Beast. Well, actually, it looks like we're going to see Komodo switch over to the GOATs, the greatest of all time.
There's some goats. Do I love me some goats? I want to see some more goats.
Let's go ahead and see if they can make this work. Mal on the Rhine once again, trying to slow this GOATs comp down as much as possible. With the help of Amara, trying to keep things going, but most of them are going into the point. The ante on 2 of them right now is going to make it hard to hold as Mal gets the double kill. Mighty Peon taking out Clever. Bagel Guy getting the double kill on Beauty and Nassif. And Calamity taking the hard reset. I mean, it's only 30 seconds, so quick push, quick defeat allows them to get back in for the next push rather quickly. Wouldn't you say there, Crunch?
Biggest thing I want to definitely see from Komodo is just more coordination from the D.Va and the Reinhardt. I want them to immediately be calling out who's up on that high ground, have the D.Va take off that person on the high ground, and easily able to just keep putting pressure on that Widow.
Alright, well they're trying to take out the main Rhine, but here the hammer down, take 2, isn't able to clean up much of anything. Mighty P Calamity, the double kill coming in from the Dragons, the Bagel guy. Quad, well, ended up being a quad kill by the end of that. Mighty Peon cleaning up Clever.
Quintuple.
Wow. Wow, that was pretty fantastic. Not even a graviton used in that. That was nutso. All right, let's see if they.
Very shocked that they were all just chasing down just little Ryan that was shielded off, and they all were in that tight little choke that was just easily able to just get eaten up by the Dragons.
Absolutely. All right, they're pushing in once again. Coalescence keeping everybody alive, but the Nano comes in for Ryan, trying to make something happen. The Shatter coming in, take 2. Nassif able to take down Weapon Stack. Beauty taking down Amara. And they are fighting on the point for all that they've got. Mighty Peon gets taken out by Beauty, but Mal taking out Spaceman. Nassif takes out Bacon. The hammer down comes in, takes down 2. But will the cleanup happen as Beauty takes out Bagel guy? And Beast follows up on Mal. That's going to be a .1 grab with 1:50 left on the clock. Makes that a little under 6 minutes as they push in towards point B. Now remember, there was only 5 seconds left on the clock for the side of Celestial Deathball, and they did an amazing job holding first point. Now the question is, can they do just as amazing holding point 2 against Komodo? What do you think there, Crunch?
Like I said, the biggest thing that I really want to see is just more pressure on the snipers and just easily able to take that high ground away from them, so that way they have nothing to contest them with whenever they're on the point.
All right, well, we see Mighty Peon coming in on the fist now for this point. The Graviton comes in, captures 2 with the help of the Anti, Amara and Mal taking out Thief and Beast right there. The Graviton comes in once again with the Diva Bomb. Boom! Triple kill! Look at that beauty. Clever takes out Mal, Weapon Stack and Bagel Guy, the only ones on the point. Bagel Guy gets Spaceman, but Clever and Beauty clean up Weapon Stack and Bagel Guy. That's first tick. And second tick as Bagel Guy tries to get back into the point, fighting against Beauty, trying to do everything possible, but it's not going to be enough as the rest of the team pushes into the point. The Nano going in on Mighty Peon, trying to make something happen. They're holding on for dear life as much as possible as Beast gets back into the point. The rally comes in from Weapon Stack, trying to make something happen. Bagel Guy gets a double kill, coming in on the Tracer. Weapon Stack also getting a double kill on the Doomfist, and they're going to go ahead and clean up, saving that last tick once again with 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. That was intense. That was a very close call for the side of Celestial Deathball. Wouldn't you say, Crunch?
Oh, my goodness. That was a very, very well played execution by both sides. They were just putting everything they could right to the toe, but I think as of right now, Komodo has a very strong advantage right now with the ult advantage.
Absolutely. The Anti coming in on Nassif once again. Not able to help out. The rally Beast trying to keep the dream alive as much as possible. Still got 2 tanks on the point trying to make something happen. But Bacon's going to go ahead and take out Clever with that anti-nade. Beauty following up on Mighty Peon. But it looks like they're going to have to pull out as Bagel Guy switching over to the Reaper takes out Calamity and Weapon Stack takes out Beast. They're going for that hard reset once again with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. I definitely like the switch-ups coming in from Celestial. They're averaging out how much damage needs to be done, and they continue to up and up and up their game as much as possible. Wouldn't you say, Crunch?
One thing that I would definitely want to see right now, just so that way they can avoid the whole Reaper and Doomfist Calamity, is just sticking together and just taking out those targets first before they can put out as much damage as they can.
All right, well, here comes the Graviton. Ends up getting a quad kill right there for Zarya. Weapon Stack cleans up Beast, and that is going to be, once again, a hard reset with Beauty being able to escape. But they've got, again, the Beauty Clever combo right there with the Diva Zarya. Let's see if they can pull it off. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Still that last tick to end up getting. Looks like they're going to go for the high ground this time around. Try to pick off weapons, or try to pick off Bagel Guy and Mighty Peon to start things off. Here they go, coming in. Mal meeting them with a little bit of resistance, trying to make something happen. Death Blossom comes in, takes down 3. Mal takes Beauty out of mech, and Mighty Peon follows up with the fist. Bagel Guy taking out Nassif, and a team kill comes in as Mighty Peon takes out Clever for another hard reset on that. 1 minute, 50 seconds left on the clock. Oh wow, they wasted a lot of ults in that, I feel. Wouldn't you agree, Crunch?
Oh, absolutely. At this point, the biggest thing I would want to definitely see is just a massive, massive graviton coming from Clever. Neff's just doing whatever he can possibly do to swing in there, and then just having the Diva Bomb clean up the rest.
Oh! Well, you almost got your wish right there. I was holding with bated breath, but with Mal still in the picture, it was not enough to get away from that Rhine shield. Mal, Bagel Guy, and Weapons Tech cleaning up the point right now. With 1 minute, 10 seconds left on the clock, Beauty's gonna get that beautiful Diva stagger. Oh, is able to get back into mech! Can they escape, though? Oh, no! It's not gonna be good enough! Oh, no! She'll be able to get out of there, but without a mech once again. That's not going to be a good position for the rest of the team. 50 seconds left on the clock. Calamity switching over to the... well, it looks like they're coming in on a regular 2-2-2 comp. Clever and Beast switching over to the DPS. Calamity switching to the Zen. And Spaceman on the Moira once again. Let's go ahead and see if they can make something happen against this comp with 30 seconds left to go. Crunch, what are your final thoughts going into this last fight?
Biggest thing is that I want to just definitely see Reaper out of the fight, Mal out of the fight, and they're just able to just keep pushing through with that Zenyatta Discord.
Alright, well the Hammer Down Blossom comes in for Mal and Bagel Guy, takes out 3 with the help of Mighty Peon, taking out Clever. Calamity follows up on Bagel Guy, but that quick spawn coming in for Bagel Guy isn't going to be enough. Mighty Peon taking out Beast, 6 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like it will be a successful hold for the side of Celestial Deathball. Wowdy, wow, wow, wow. I'm throwing it out there. I'm calling Mighty Peon for play of the game. Oh no! It's Nassif!
Oh, you were bamboozled.
I was bamboozled. I could have swore that quad snipe was gonna get it. But it was this fat graviton.
Oh, this is the Clever.
This is the Clever blade, but no. Reinhardt touched everybody.
He touched everybody. No, I'm so sad.
All right, folks. 1-0 on the side of Celestial Deathball as we finish round 1 on Hanamura. Let's go ahead and look in the chat, see, excuse me, any comments we had going on during that match. House of Homie saying the second the team got separated, they lost the GOATS push. Shame. I definitely agree with that. With a GOATS comp, you got to stick together. Like, Lucio is that glue, and if everybody's not in that circle when they're moving in, if they're going off doing whatever, then I'm not seeing anything work with that. Great job to Mighty Peon from the Mad Monster. Just absolutely beautiful work right there. Crunchbite, why don't you go ahead and give us an analysis as I set up for the next match?
Biggest thing that I was definitely seeing Komodo doing was they understood what the comp really was down to its core, but going back to just basic characters, they had no idea who to be playing around with. The Diva wasn't controlling the high ground with her mobility. The Rhine wasn't able to push into point like he should have. The Brig wasn't stunning the high priority targets that were trying to kill up on the Rhine. And Zarya just wasn't playing well with the Rhine. There needed to be some sort of coordination in order for this GOATS push to actually work. And from there, it's just one of those things that's got to take time. And you got to be sure that everybody's working together and they're playing nice together and they're all playing kickball with each other.
Absolutely. Although, I don't know if I'd want to be on either of these kickball teams. Something tells me I'd get way too many ball-to-face contacts.
Nah, don't you worry. I will Brigitte both of ourselves to victory.
Oh, it brings back frightening remembrances of middle school.
No, not
Traumatized him.
Oh, I'm so traumatized right now.
The one that traumatized me was during gym class. Whenever you had those little scooter boards, and it was the booty boards essentially, where you sat on your bottom and you held the sides. It was that whenever your hand would slip, and then you ran over your hand whenever you were trying to like scoot your booch.
Not sure I remember
That. What? Peeps, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I don't know.
Don't tell
I'm
me
so
that.
old.
Don't you dare tell me that you're an old man. Don't you dare. Don't you dare tell me this.
Elfie saying that she loves ball-to-face contact. That's great. I always knew you were that kind
Oh
of kid.
no. Oh, Elfie, don't.
This is a
do
kid's
this.
show, folks.
Wait, what? This game
or
is
at
rated
least
for
a
teen. What?
PG-ish show. We're trying to keep it that way. Goodness
This
gracious.
Video game is rated T for teen for tobacco use.
But teens can't have tobacco. That still doesn't make any
Just
sense.
because you can see someone smoke doesn't mean you
goodness.
should smoke.
Ridiculous. All right, let's.
Speaking of smoking, did you get to see the new character that came out this weekend?
Yeah.
Ash. Oh, I was thinking of Bob. My bad.
And all the posts that followed that about a certain time of year in November, like a special event going on. I was like,
what,
really?
Christmas?
No, really? Christmas in November, Crunch? I think all the millennial adultish people know what I'm talking about there. But I was just like, why? Why does it gotta be those two things put together?
Because everybody loves those two things put together. It's just a common theme.
Alright, let's go ahead. Gotta switch somebody to the right spectate. And are we good? I think we are good to go. Let's go ahead and see if we can start things up here. Headed to our second match tonight on OCCScrims. One of my favorites, Junkertown.
Oh,
I love that Junkertown.
Man,
Every time the queen tells me to go away, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna find a way to sneak in. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I try.
Are you gonna
See,
tell
I
me
got it.
that,
See, with this new hero though, my wife has already decided that we're doing Ashton McCree. So
what?
I gotta get my Southern cowboy down. Although I'm getting more like an Elvis vibe right now. I gotta get that McCree voice down before next Halloween.
Last of your business. Just really disgusting Southern drawl and just years
watch
of smoking abuse.
John Wayne videos.
What? No, dude.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
But there was more than two people in that video. How dare you lie to me?
I know there were more than two, but I feel like there was something when you see the picture on the motorbike. And for those of you that don't know any of this information, Ash is a new hero, came out with the reunion video that was placed at BlizzCon. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you after Scrims, well actually during the break, you'll have enough time. Go to YouTube, look up the reunion video. It's a little heart-wrenching because at the end, I won't ruin it for you, but there's a connection between Ash and McCree. And although it's already been
what
played,
connection?
They never dated. They never had any kind of like intimate relationship. I feel like there was something there.
They already knew that. If you already knew what McCree's backstory was, he was taken away from the Deadlock gang.
Yeah, no.
He joined the Black Watch as a way of like removing his jail time.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get back to the action as we go into
what a start.
first point here on Junkertown. Mighty Peon taking out Fusion early in the fight. As we see Bagel Guy once again on the Doomfist trying to make something happen. The Anti coming in once again. Nasif on the Orisa this time around with Beauty on the Diva once again, going for that traditional comp, trying to make something happen as they fight back and forth. throughout Nassif's shield. Mal trying to gain some ground against Nassif. Oh, the shield comes down a little too late. Mal getting the shatter. Takes 4 down. The DMAC comes in. Nassif gets taken out by Amara. Clever dashing Mighty Peon to death. Abyss also taking out Mal right there. It's a 4v4 right now as they fight on the point. Bagel Guy takes out Fusion. Clever finishes up on Bagel Guy. Fusion taking out Weapon Stack. Bagel Guy, or Bacon taking out Clever. It is just a back and forth brawl right here between these two teams as Mal rejoins the rest of the team on the point. Spaceman trying to distract as much as possible. Gets taken out by Amara as Nassif and Beauty find their position once again on the point. Mal coming in with the Nano, tries to go up against Abyss's Transcendence, trying to keep Nassif and Beauty alive in that fusion, getting the double kill right there. Here comes the Blade, trying to make something happen, but Bagel Guy gets the double kill. Mal following up on Nassif. Bacon also getting the DMAC there on Beauty, and the cleanup coming in from Amara. Abyss able to take out Bagel Guy, but it's not going to be enough as they take first point here on Junkertown. Crunch fight. That was just a real back and forth battle right there.
I was honestly surprised. There was only just Moira and the Genji left.
Well, sometimes them tricky Genjis, you know.
It was definitely though the Moira. The Moira was just running around and was able to putting on all that time to where the Zenyatta was able to get that free heal and was able to get that trance. They really need to be making sure that if Celestial Deathball wants to keep moving forward, they need to be sure to keep making those big moves to be making sure those supports go down first before anybody else.
Diva Bomb went in, didn't get much of anything. The Tech coming in with the rally to get everybody healed up. Again, the Nano comes in for Mal, trying to make something happen. Tackle comes in on Beauty, trying to DMAC as much as possible. Fusion coming in on the Soldier, takes out Mighty Peon. The Transcendence coming in from Abyss, trying to suck everything up. The Dragons coming in from Spawn, from Bagel Guy, aren't going to really make anything happen except separating the team. Clever back in on the Genji, trying to get in, make something happen. The tackle comes in once again on Beauty, but Beauty's going to be able to get away before getting DMAX. Bagel Guy getting the double kill on Nassif and Clever right there. Going to make it a 4v6 fight. Mighty Peon looking for somebody, trying to make something happen. The DMAC comes in for Beauty, and Mal ends up taking Beauty out with a Fire Strike while the rest of the team retreats, and they grab point 2 on Junkertown. Wow. You know, it continues to seem like Komodo has that upper hand getting the first couple picks, but then somehow, some way, I think it's just the communication that comes in from Celestial. They're able to hold on till the team gets back and then push right through. What do you think, Crunch?
My biggest thing is that the priority targets for who that needs to go down first, it just seems a bit skewed with who's actually putting out the most amount of damage here. They need to be watching who on the kill feed is actually getting those majority of the picks and who's putting out that most amount of damage. From there, I'll definitely say time to start focusing down on Zarya.
The Wombo combo ends up getting Nassif with the help of Weapon Stack. Mighty Peon cleans up Fusion. Bacon following up on Clever. Bagel Guy takes out Abyss, and they continue pushing the payload forward. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock as Amara staggers Spaceman right now. Mighty Peon set up on that high ground, trying to get some snipes in as best as possible. Fusion still on the Soldier 76, trying to make something happen. The Diva Bomb goes into the back line, ends up getting Bagel Guy, which has been a formidable opponent right now. Mighty Peon takes out Abyss, though. Mal following up on Fusion. It looks like mid-tack visor. Not able to get much of a kill on that one. The sights coming in from Mighty Peon, trying to keep everybody going. Fusion coming back in on the May, trying to do that distract May as Weapon Stack and Amara clean up the point right now. Abyss coming in, trying to save Nassif, but not soon enough as Weapon Stack takes him down. Abyss and Fusion trying to touch the point as soon as possible. Clever comes in with the blade, ends up taking out Bacon, but gets taken out by Bagel Guy. Mal cleans Fusion. Beauty takes out Bagel Guy, going back and forth on the point right now. Beauty gets Demek. Nassif coming in, gets the tackle on Weapon Stack. Mighty Peon helps take out Beauty with Mal, and Amara and Mal are fighting against Nassif as hard as possible, but Nassif is holding in there with the help of Clever coming in on the Doomfist. Mal getting the double kill on the Rhine. Mighty Peon cleaning up Fusion as well. Beauty and Spaceman able to come in and touch very very quickly. The Dragon Strike comes in once again. Wow. And they continue to just continued momentum right there. And I feel like I know the key person they should have focused on, because it was the same person as last time. But Crunch, why don't you go ahead and give us your analysis?
Well, clearly it was the Brigitte that was doing it. No. The biggest thing was is that Amara was fully charged that entire fight, was able to keep demeching D.Va the entire fight, was able to keep Mal alive by using her bubbles, and she was just pumping out so much damage that she was able to just get every single one of them so low enough to where Bagel and Mighty could easily just clean up with those easy picks.
Absolutely. I was actually going to give my Mighty Peon in that, because sitting so far back as a Widow from the point and knowing that your team is going to be able to continue pushing forward as long as you're scoped in and shooting, like, Mighty was just cleaning up everything that Amara was taking low, like, there was nothing to challenge Mighty at that point. The only one that probably could have got anywhere close was Fusion, but Fusion had no chance to get on the high ground as Soldier. Just constantly kept getting taken out as soon as they got into the game. So,
how dare you do not recognize the greatness that is the best sniper in the game? Zenyatta is the best sniper in this entire game.
I do have to agree with that. I have taken out many a person as a Zenyatta. I do have to agree with that. But
absolutely fantastic.
This just didn't seem to have the J. Jonak going for him tonight. Or them, rather. Alright, so they're going in to the point once again. We're going to see the Team Komodo come in. Mighty Peon gets the first pick on Abyss. And that's going to make it really hard. Mighty Peon has really been impressing me with the Widow play. It's just, I want to say it kind of came out of nowhere, but I don't feel like it did.
I feel like with enough time and practice, you can get good at any one of these heroes. With enough time and practice, you can overcome anything.
Absolutely, Crunch. Sound sage advice. Well, let's go. Let's see back here in the action. Bagel Guy ends up taking out Fusion, trying to work in the back line as the Tracer. Spaceman coming in on the Ana to try to, I'm guessing, try to ante similar to how Bacon has been doing against Nassif and the rest of Komodo. But nothing seems to be going on right here. Just kind of a poke battle back and forth. Nassif trying to be aggressive, but looking out. Oh, here comes the Dragon Strike, trying to get Nassif, but is able to push out of that. Mighty Peon ends up taking Clever out of the equation, but they're coming back with the Dragon Strike to try to make something happen. The rest of the team pulling back behind cover, waiting for Clever to get back in the game. Mal and Weapons Tech holding on to the high ground, trying to keep Clever from getting back, but immediately jump back to the point. Here comes the hammer down in from Mal. Fat Shatter coming in. The Transcendence comes in from Abyss, trying to keep everybody alive, but is not going to be soon enough. As we see half the team cleaned up right there. Fusion on the Widow, trying to get a couple of picks, ends up taking out Bagel Guy on the high ground there. And as Beauty and Nassif come back in, they might have the advantage to get this first point. What do you think, Crunch?
I think at this point, the biggest thing is that they just need to be sure to combo with what they have, and that's what I want to see right there. Is a
combo breaker with Clever and the Dragon Strike with the help of the Beauty Zarya ultimate. That's going to clean things up and give them .1 with 4 minutes 5 seconds left on the clock. Crunch, it's like you saw it coming.
It's like I played this game at a high level.
Way too many times.
Yes, I have seen these plays happen again and again.
Man,
I know really the power of goats. I know the power.
The bad thing is
well,
that
they're doing it too.
Oh, there goes once again. The Wombo combo, this time on the side of Celestial, ends up getting a quad kill right there with the power of Bagel Guy, Mal, and Amara. And they're going to go ahead and clear that point as soon as it gets into the doors. Fusion switching over to the Brigitte. I'm kind of interested. We've been seeing a lot of these modified goats comps, I've kind of been wondering where it's coming from. Like, is there hope to still, like, especially with what they're doing with Clever, that continued wombo combo? What do you think, Clever? Or Crunch?
Well, I am extremely clever. Thank you for
Yes,
noticing.
of course
Thank
you are.
you. Really, the biggest thing that you want in a goats comp is that you want vertical mobility, you want the fast movement with the Lucio, and you just want the high damage output. So as long as you have something that incorporates all three of those elements, you can make any kind of goats that you want. You can make a moats, you can make a goats, you can make a boats, but realistically, you want to stick to goats.
I don't know what either of those are.
Moats is mediocre
Goats is like
goats.
the only one that I actually know.
Boats.
And I thought that was just like the basic 3 and 3.
Well, would you like to know what moats and boats are?
Well, let's go ahead and clear up this action going on here. The double kill then from Seif is going to go ahead and clear the point as they go ahead and push into point 2 right there. And now you can tell me what moats and boats are.
Moats is whenever you try and run a Roadhog instead of your vertical mobility, just to add that extra damage. That's a
So like
mediocre
doing a
goat.
Roadhog instead of like a Diva.
Exactly. Or a Winston. Either or.
Oh, that makes
Either or.
sense.
And then with the boats, it's whenever you remove both the high damage and the vertical mobility, and you try and replace it with another DPS that can't achieve either. That's just what you call a bad goats.
Oh, hence the boats.
Boats,
Makes total sense.
boats, and goats.
Boats, moats, and goats. I'll keep that in mind. The Amara and Mal combo completely cleaned up the objective once again with the help of Bagel Guy using the Dragon Strike. And once again, we find Komodo pushing in, trying to take as little damage as possible, using the environment to their advantage to prevent that from happening as they go ahead and take the high ground here. They do have the ult advantage. Fusion popping the rally as they go into the point. Clever coming in with the Dragon Strike, but will it be enough to clear things up?
Let's not brig!
Oh, a nano brig! Dragon Strikes exchanged, but
Look at
Weapon
that.
Tech is going to come in swinging as that nanoed brig. Going to clean up 2. Mal with the Fire Strike gets a 3rd and a 4th. 2 Fire Strikes in a row, making hits. Clever and Abyss trying to make something happen, but Mighty Peon and Bagel Guy clean that up quick. And with 35 seconds left on the clock, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I know Komodo has the skill, has the ability, but as we talked about last week, those growing pains, they hurt. Whether you a kid.
That's a
man.
big boo-boo. That's a big boo-boo.
That
was not okay.
With the finger used up that shatter a little too early on the side of the Seif. Mal coming in with the behind shatter, ends up taking out Spaceman, but doesn't follow up on much anything else. Bacon ends up taking out Clever, but Abyss is able to follow up on Mal. The Transcendence coming in from Abyss, trying to keep the Dream alive as Nassif takes out Weapon Tech with the Fire Strike. Bagel Guy at low health right there, getting healed by Bacon. They anti and take out Nassif. Fusion taking out Mighty Peon, Amara, Bacon, and Bagel Guy trying to keep the Dream alive as Mal comes in to rejoin the fight. The Dragon Strike comes in, tries to take everybody off the point, but is not focused enough. Fusion getting slept by Bacon. The Dragon Strike coming in from Clever ends up taking out Mal, but Bagel Guy cleans
Nano
up
bridge
right there. Holy goodness, Nassif coming in, trying to make something happen, but Weapon Tech with the rally cleans up Beauty. Nassif taking out Bagel Guy. They're the only one left on the point, and that is going to be Game 2 for Celestial Deathball on Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims.
Never
Diamond
underestimate
Division.
the power of a nano-boosted Brigitte.
Play of the game to the Clever man.
Does he
Clever.
hit Q? Does he do it? Does he hit the Q? Does he hit the Q button? He did it. Very, very nice. Very well done. Doge got it.
Absolutely beautiful work right there by both teams. It was definitely a strong fight, but going into the half, we're going to see Celestial Deathball lead 2-0. Crunch Fight, do you have any closing comments before we go into halftime?
Biggest thing I definitely want to see is that there needs to be just that touch bit more of that coordination I was talking about from earlier. There needs to just be that little bit between the Reinhardt and the Zarya, and just that little bit of tiny little bit of just pushing through, making sure you can get those right picks that are needed, and focusing on those high priority targets and knowing when you need to change to those certain targets, such as the fully charged Zarya just pumping so much damage into the little diva.
Or the nanoed weapons tech on the Brigitte.
You doubted the
Oh,
power.
I do not doubt a nano. Like, Brigitte's hard enough to take out most of the time. Nano boosted, forget about it. Like, you bet, like, everybody on the team better be focusing her at that point. All right.
I just want to see another beautiful nano boosted Mercy. That would just nano boost.
I could not believe that worked. But we're going to go ahead and go on our 5-minute break, folks. Enjoy this video. Feel free to check out the reunion video that we talked about. Ash is also in the PTR, so feel free to check that out, and we will be back in 5.
This
Welcome back, everybody. We are at our halftime. We are currently 0-2 Celestial Deathball. I am Peeps, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn it right back over to the boys. Here you go, gents.
Thank you so much, Peeps. Once again, I'm Captain Jack, here with my co-commentator, Crunchbite. How was your break there, Crunch?
I'm just eating some ice cream.
Well, it's not going to do you any good for commentating, but...
What? It loosens up the vocal cords so that way I can speak eloquently.
Yeah, but if your mouth is filled with ice cream, then you're not going to be able to do that very well, are you?
How dare you?
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get things started once again. Like Peep said, we ended at the halftime 2-0 for Celestial Deathball. Can Komodo bring it back, or will Celestial Deathball walk away with the victory? Let's find out on map 3 for the OCCScrims tonight, Kings Row.
Now entering King's Row.
This always seems to be one of the favorite maps for many of our teams, and I don't know if it's more the nostalgia or just everybody just seems to like it a lot. What do you think, Crunch?
I think it's because it starts with the letter G and ends with oats. Best map to play goats on. Always the best map.
Really?
Always.
Interesting.
There's only 2 spots that can easily be taken for the high ground. The rest of the time, they're all fighting on the point. And from there, once you get to the third to last point, this is the only time whenever they can actually have high ground retention. And even at that point, if you can even still get two very, very easy points from that, and you still have 5 minutes left to spare, you still have more than plenty of time to keep switching up comps.
Good point. Good point. I like your strategy right there.
That's why Goats loves oats.
Goats loves what? Okay, Goats loves oats apparently.
Goats loves oats.
Goats loves oats. Let's go ahead and see what both teams are coming in with. It looks like Abyss is going to be coming in on the Junkrat with Beast on the Widowmaker. We're going to see Mighty Peon once again on the Widow with Mal apparently having a hero identity crisis, but ending up on the Reinhardt as usual. Let's go ahead and see what both these teams got on map 3 here at the Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims. As they push in here to point 1, the poke battle begins around the beautiful golden statue. Mal sending in the fire strike, trying to get some charge up. Nassif doing the same, trying to make something happen. Mal looks like they got caught in a trap. Never a good place to be when there's a Junkrat around. And they're going to get booped off the point a little bit. Bagel Guy getting the kill there on Beast with the Storm Arrow. Taking over that high ground with the help of Mighty Peon. Getting that damage on to the rest of the point. Mighty Peon picks off Nassif with the help of the Discord. Coming in from Teddy Ursa. And it looks like the cleanup is just going to start going down for Bagel Guy and Mighty Peon. Taking out Basement, Fusion, and Beauty trying to do as much as possible, but it's not going to be enough. Beast getting that double kill at the end was helpful, but just could not make anything happen. Bacon following up on Fusion, going to make that long stagger.
That's going to be a long walk back to the second point.
Absolutely, but it looks like the rest of the team is holding a pretty forward approach, so hopefully we'll be able to see Fusion get back in here. It's kind of interesting because we're seeing Beauty on secondary heals. Oh, we have a pause. That means somebody DC'd because I didn't hit it. Da 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 da. Da Beast. You are the winner on We've Been Deed from OCCScrims. F to pay respects, all the Fs. Sorry, folks, as we await for Beast to go ahead and get back in the game. We'll figure out what was going on there. As we always say here, we are not Overwatch League. We are not the Overwatch World Cup. We play all across the planet, coming in from all different positions and internets, and yeah. So this is what we got tonight. This is just the way it is. It looks like.
Wait,
So
does
Crunch,
that mean that we're
what did?
contenders?
What?
Does that mean we're contenders?
Contenders for what?
Come on now, Captain Jack. Overwatch contenders.
That's not something I'm familiar with.
That's the Overwatch League before it's Overwatch League.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I jumped in on the bandwagon league, so I didn't know about. I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry. I was all about playing Overwatch until. Sorry, Vader's like, I have a field trip tomorrow for my elementary school class. Like, sometimes I read this chat and I really wonder what's going on with our teams.
Dude, what, man? Vegas go see all the cool animals, such as the lion and the elephant,
and the tigers
panda.
and bears. Oh my!
No, what? Why would you want to go see the tigers? They're boring. They go to sleep every time.
I don't know, man.
You gotta go see the red panda, man. That thing is so fueled up on just food, adrenaline, and hype, and it's so cute watching it run around the cage like it has nothing else better to do. Oh wait.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and look into the chat. House of Homies wants to know what kind of ice cream you're eating there, Crunch.
It is Ben & Jerry's chocolate truffle marshmallow swirl.
Wow, that sounds. Wow, very full of flavor.
Oh, it was so good. It's a very, very malty flavor with it, along with the smoothness of the marshmallow, and then the chocolate chunks coming from the truffles.
The truffles.
The truffles. But no, you wanna know a fun little tidbit about Houston?
Tell me.
University of Houston's main mascot is Sasha the Cougar, which is based off of a real cougar. And the reason why she is such a memorial to Houston is that she only has 3 toes on her front right paw. And you can see that at the Houston Zoo.
Wow, that is an obscure fact that I never thought I would know.
I'm just
weird.
Jack, meat crunch, Jack. Have you ever
Hey, I have my share of obscure facts too. Like, I could sit here and tell a 10-minute story that ends in tag you're it, and it'll be freaking. It'll be the dad joke to end all dad jokes, but we're not gonna tell it tonight.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, so it looks like they're wanting to grab Calamity. Calamity. So let's go ahead and get Calamity in here for Beast. All right. Apparently, Beast is having a hard time with the net right now, so we're going to swap in Calamity for Beast and get this party started once again. And I didn't screw it up this time. Woohoo! It's beautiful. All right, back into the fight we go. Losing Beast is going to put them at a little bit of a disadvantage. Mighty Peon picking off Beauty incredibly early as the fight starts once again. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Here comes the Dragon Strike. Coming in from Bagel Guy, trying to make something happen. Nassif and Mal going at it right now. Nassif getting stopped by a light pole. And also the bullet coming from Mighty Peon's gun. He's going to go ahead and shore up point 2, leaving them with a little over 6 minutes left on the clock. Now, with this shift from Beast to Calamity, what do you think we're going to see here on the side of Komodo there, Crunch?
Definitely more clams. I'm not kidding. I want to see more clams. But no, realistically, I would love to see more pressure put in with the Junkrat, making sure that whenever that frontline shield is up and ready, that shield immediately goes down, that those targets go down as soon as possible.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like the hits are coming in for Mal and Mighty Peon right now. Taking out Nassif at the very beginning of that fight, and Mighty clean up the rest of that point made it incredibly difficult for them to hold on. Nassif coming back in. Here comes the ultimate coming in from Fusion. Ends up following up a single kill on Mal. Bagel Guy getting I love Nassif's timing though, taking Teddy Ursa out of taking the Transcendence away from the Graviton. That was beautiful timing right there.
Oh, very, very, very 900 IQ play right there.
Absolutely, and now you have an incredibly cleared point. You've got Calamity on the high ground, or up real quick and probably get back up there with the help of Abyss. Switching over to the Genji to try to get that damage against Teddy Ursa, Mighty Peon, and Bagel Guy coming in. And it looks like they're in a good position. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. The charge comes in for Nassif, but kind of misses a lot of everybody. The ante comes in, ends up getting Nassif, but it looks like they're going to keep the dream alive with the help of Spaceman and that Coalescence. They're going to push the team back once again, taking down another 15 seconds as they push Celestial Deathball back almost to the .2 endpoint right there. What are we seeing going on here, Crunch?
Looks like the biggest thing I want to be seeing is more destruction of shields, but it just looks like we're just waiting around and just waiting for either Mal or Ness to just hop right in. Just
absolutely, that antied Wombo combo actually did a lot of damage, and Mal coming in, Shatter to follow that up. Nassif coming in on the Hamtaro, trying to keep the dream alive as much as possible. Fusion getting demeched right there. Nassif just booping everybody off the point. Mal almost meeting their ends right there. Ends up getting taken out by Nassif's Hamtaro. Bagel Guy cleaning up Nassif with the Storm Arrow, but Abyss following up on Bagel Guy to even out the playing field. We see Mighty Peon trying to get away. Amara, near the point, gets booped onto the high ground with the help of Calamity's Doomfist, and isn't able to get away from the electrocution of the Fusion. So a lot of switch-ups.
I'll give you that one. That one was good. That was good.
Thank you,
I'll give you that one.
They just come to me. They just come to me.
I'm impressed. Color me impressed.
But Crunch, there was a lot of switch-ups. They essentially switched to, again, a little bit of a... Well, I was thinking it was a modified goods, but they only got 2 tanks. They just kind of switched up to an anti-dive, so to speak. And it's really working out for them. What do you think?
I just think the biggest thing that they went, and it's working out for them, is they went stall comp. 900 IQ Hammond play, along with just the Winston being able to control the high ground, just keep moving around as he needs to. Plus with the Moira mobility and also the Doomfist mobility, it is a great combination to just keep distracting.
And there comes that beautiful ultimate from Nassif that I love seeing. The Mind, keeping everybody out of position. Mal trying to keep the dream alive with the help of Mara, but not going to be enough for Nassif and Abyss right there as they fight into the point. Fusion and Nassif pushing out Amara, trying to get that pick as much as possible, but with the help of Teddy Ursa, it looks like they're going to be able to stay alive, and Fusion is going to meet a fiery end right there. As Celestial Deathball regroups, we're definitely going to see Fusion get back into the point. Mighty Peon switching over to the McCree, and Bagel Guy switching over to the Tracer to try to meet the stall comp that's being brought in here by Komodo. Definitely a lot of interesting switches. The skill is here for both teams. Absolutely. What do you got, Crunch?
One thing I definitely want to keep seeing is just more and more of that pressure on the DPS where it's needed, more and more of the Hammond stall where it's definitely needed, which is only on the payload, and just the Winston ult just being able to just keep stalling until it's just overtime.
Absolutely. Well, here comes Nassif once again, trying to make something happen, getting antied in that back. Isn't going to really help much of anything out. Nassif trying to get back, get the heals going. Mal coming in with the nano, but that raging monkey called Fusion is pushing Mal back. Oh! And the hammer down ends up finding itself in the pit with the help of Fusion's primal rage. Bacon cleaning up Spaceman and Beauty, though. But Fusion's going to take out Bacon. Mighty Peon and Bagel Guy trying to keep the dream alive with the help of Amara. Is doing everything they can.
Oh.
And I'm not for certain how much time was there at the end of all that, but...
There was roughly about 10 seconds left.
we're seeing the same thing we saw on Jump 6.6 seconds. Well, actually, not Junkertown, Hanamura. Like, it was just so close right there. But now we got to see if Komodo can be as strong on the attack as they were on the defense. And that's kind of the part that we continue to see them falling apart. Wouldn't you say, Crunch?
Sorry about that. Biggest thing that I definitely want to be seen is there needs to be more of that pressure on Amara. She was just able to free grabs whenever she pleased. She just wanted to have whatever she wanted, and she was able to keep reaping those rewards, or just grabbing whoever she liked.
Absolutely. 40 seconds left on the clock as we prepare for Komodo's attack right here. It looks like we're seeing Abyss come in on the Widow this time around, with Mighty Peon and Bagel Guy staying on the Doom, or Mighty Peon switching to the Doomfist rather, and Bagel Guy staying on the McCree. Everybody else kind of hanging where they were on the side of Celestial right there. Beauty coming in as May?
If they're anticipating that Goats comp, May is the best counter to a good Goats comp.
Well, they're the ones coming in. Would you see a Goats on
What
defense?
is? Oh, Goats on defense would still work beautifully.
Okay. Well, if they're hoping to see that, we haven't seen that from Celestial yet tonight. But if I know anything, May is definitely what that frozen demon witch, as some call her. Let's see if they can make something happen. Fusion on the high ground, trying to volley rockets there on the point. Gonna retreat back, get some heals there from Calamity and Spaceman. Beauty shooting icicles there into the point, trying to get some damage there on Mal and Nassif. Going back and forth at it. Shield's almost down for the side of Nassif right there. Mal still looking with a pretty high shield. The wall separates them. Trying to make something happen. Beauty and Fusion both antied and gets taken out by Mal. Nassif taking out Bacon with the charge. Teddy Ursa D-Mex Fusion and takes out Calamity. Bagel Guy cleaning up Nassif, and the High Noon already coming. Takes out Fusion for that quick cleanup. Spaceman taken out by the Mighty Peon. And Amara getting cleaning up Abyss, rather. And that is going to be a 0.1 hold so far. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. Crunch, it seemed like they kind of had a good strategy with trying to separate Mal from the rest of the team with the May wall, but it just kind of got out of position. What do you think?
Number one thing you definitely want to be working with is that coordination with Ryan and the May wall. You can get very, very easy pins with that short little distance, and you can easily just take them out without having any punishment from any of the supports.
All right, well, it's 5-5 right now as Tank and Healer gets taken out on either side. Nanoed Ryan coming in for Nassif, trying to make something happen, but Mighty Peon takes out Nassif. Bagel Guy taking out Beauty, as well as Abyss, and Mighty Peon following up on Spaceman with the ultimate is going to clear the point once again. Oh, the stagger on Fusion right now. The stagger is real. Fusion doing everything to try to get away from the charge Damara. Oh my goodness, that was quite the stagger right there, and it looks like they're going in for the poke battle regardless. It looks like they're switching things up for the modified goats as Abyss switches over to the Zarya to try to keep Nassif a little bit more protected. Mal and Amara just lobbing as much as possible against Komodo right now. And it looks like they're going to try to either take out Doomfist or take the high ground. Fusion able to get back into the fight right there as they group up kind of behind them, essentially. Mighty Peon trying to get into their back line. Crunchbite with a minute left. What are we seeing here?
Seems like we're just seeing a bunch of trying to get sneaky plays from the backline and just trying to pick who they can with the people trying to push in.
Yeah, it looks like that's what's working for Mighty Peon, getting the double kill right, taken out of the fight. Gonna make it a 4v5 fight. And with Amara and Mal still on the point, it's definitely gonna be dangerous. They're pushing into the point. The May ult covers everything and everyone, and they're able to push into the point. Not able to get much of anybody, though. The deep bomb coming in, trying to make something happen. Doesn't end up getting anybody, but the high noon gets beauty. Mighty Peon following up on Nasif. The Graviton holding everybody in place, but not enough to follow up on as Mighty Peon gets the double kill there on Abyss. Calamity as well going out there. Bacon getting taken out by the Bacon taking out Fusion with the anti-nade, and that was a strong 0.1 hold there for Celestial Deathball, walking away with the 3-0 here on Kings Row.
Play of the game.
Wow, there we go. Mighty Peon, play of the game. Getting to see some Widow POTGs. And there's a 1. And a 2. And a 3. And a 4.
And a tree.
And a 3 and a 4. Look at all that. I wish I could Widow that well. All right. Well, as we know, as is custom, 3-0 for Celestial Deathball means that they have taken the match, but we are going to continue on to round 4 so that we can still see Komodo bring it back. I really want to see them make something happen here. And as we go ahead and switch over to our last map, Crunch, why don't you go ahead and give us your analysis from that match?
Biggest thing I'm definitely was seeing there is just the coordination for Komodo Dragons. It was just the same every single map that we were just watching it on, all the way from Junkertown all the way to Kings Row. There just needed to be that little bit of coordination from the DPS to the tanks to the healers to say who to go on, who to be focusing on, where to go. There was too much effort of just trying to figure out where everybody was trying to go to, and it just seemed like nobody knew what they were needing to do at that right given time. What I'm definitely saying is that there needs to be some time where they can take a step back, play together as a team, and actually focus on what needs to be done, which is focusing on their roles and their priorities is what needs to happen.
I can absolutely agree with you on that one. Let's go ahead and get these switches going. Okay, there we go. All right. I was a little worried. I saw 2 leave photo. I was like, wait, we're not done yet.
Oh, give me 1 second, please.
Alrighty. Let's see. Host harder. I can't host harder than I'm hosting, Mighty Peon. There's not a lot more that I can do. Just clicking away as fast as I can. Alright, as we go ahead and switch over to our last map, we have gotten the escort, we have gotten the assault, we have gotten the assault escort hybrid, and now we move on to control for Lijiang Tower. Let's go ahead and see what Komodo and CDB got going on for this time around as we start up map 4 here on OCCScrims.
I love this map.
Now arriving at Lijiang
It really is
Tower.
a pretty map.
It is, and I play the weirdest heroes on this map.
Nothing wrong
Like,
with
let's see where we're going to first. Oh, okay, this one's pretty normal. This one I usually do like a Junkrat or a Hamtaro, depending on what role I'm allowed to play based on my comp team. It's always Night Market. Like, for some reason, I just have a rhythm with Hanzo. I don't know what it is.
Back.
Welcome back, Crunch. I didn't know you had gone anywhere.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I had a little. Oh no, I had a little. I had to take away something for just a second, but I am back.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we are back in the action here on Lijiang Tower, map 4. Will Komodo walk away with at least 1 victory tonight? I'm really hoping to see that. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in the chat here with 18 seconds left. we are seeing Go Komodo for here to disappoint. We're seeing some, Chibi Kitty joining us from work, giving some love in the chat as well.
Capture the objective.
I wish I had a job where I could watch OCCScrims, but of course my job's during the day, so. Alright, Nassif once again coming in as the Hamtaro. It's going to be interesting to see what work is going to go on here. Oh, we're seeing Hamtaro versus Hamtaro. Mighty Peon also doing the Hamtaro. Abyss getting the boop on the Bagel guy. That's not going to be a good start for this team right here. Nassif trying to get some damage in there with the help of the Clever Monkey. Trying to make some damage happen as the point has been unlocked, but everybody's still going for those kills. Mighty Peon ends up taking out Clever Beauty, following up on Mal. But it looks like Nassif is going to be the first one to touch the point. Mighty Peon following close behind, doing the Hamtaro merry-go-round to try to keep the rest of Komodo off the point. Teddy Ursa providing the heals as much as possible. And a barrage coming in from the mighty Amara Farah. Beast taking out Amara quickly. Beauty following up on Bacon, and Clever taking out Teddy Ursa as they claim control of the point. Gaining percentage for the side of Komodo. Crunch fight. That was an incredibly long fight right there.
What I truly believe they should have done is that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many game, it's all about the objective control, and they really need to be sure to go right back to it, capture that point as fast as they can, take that fight right back at the bridge.
Oh, Nassif got stuck in the bad Hamtaro spot.
Oh well,
gotta hate that. All right, well the Primal Rage is coming out for Clever. Ends up flipping Mighty Peon off, who switched over to the Zarya. Mal coming in, nanoed and doing damage, takes Beauty out of mech, and it is a brawl for the point. 42% and counting for the side of Komodo. The from Nassif trying to keep the dream alive as much as possible. Here comes the minefield covering half the point right now. Trying to keep everything protected. Teddy Ursa coming in with the beat drop, trying to keep the dream alive between them and Mal. Calamity coming in with the Coalescence, trying to make something happen. Mal taking out Nassif, Clever taking out Teddy Ursa. It's a brawl for the point as Amara gets the double kill. We see Abyss trying to hold on as much as possible, but Amara once again. That Amara Farah, I have missed that for a while now. Wouldn't you agree, Crunch? It seems like so long since we've seen Amara Farah.
To be fair though, the more I've been here, very, very rewarding to watching her Farah in action.
Absolutely, it's always been one of her key go-tos. Nassif trying to get back in on the point, gets taken out by a Bagel guy. Here comes the beat drop in from Abyss, trying to keep the rest of the team going as they move in on the point. We see Clever trying to get Bacon, but gets taken out by Teddy Ursa. Beauty Bomb taken out, but Teddy Ursa cleans up Beauty before she can remech. Nassif trying to get some damage on the point, but ends up retreating once they find out that Calamity gets taken out by a Bagel guy. 71% to 44 as Celestial Deathball tries to get back in on the point. Nassif trying to make something happen as the Hamtaro getting really separated from the rest of the team right there as they kind of chase him down, so to speak. Bagel guy getting in the back line, trying to get a bit left on the bridge, and Abyss is just like, I'm leaving you there. The barrage coming in from Amara Farah once again, D-Mex Beauty, but Mal gets taken out by the ulting Clever. Amara takes out Beauty. Bagel guy getting the double kill on Calamity and Abyss, trying to keep the dream alive. Nassif hopefully able, oh, so close, almost able to retreat, but could not get away from the Bagel guy's glove gun. Crunch, this has just been a complete brawl back and forth. Crunch?
I'm just taking this all in and just trying to get real good explanation.
All right.
Here.
Well, you keep taking it in there, fam. Here comes Fit. As Mal gets the tackle on Calamity, the minefield ends up getting Bagel guy, but the rest of Celestial Deathball is cleaning up the point right now. It is a 5v3 fight as Teddy Ursa cleans up Beast and Abyss. Nassif doing everything to keep the dream alive, but ends up getting tackled by Mal, and Mal ends up finding their way off the point. Mighty Peon cleans up Calamity mid-coalescence. Beauty able to get into the point, as well as Clever, but it's not going to be good enough for the Bagel Guy, as Bagel Guy and Amara clean up the rest of Komodo and finish up point 1 here on Lijiang Tower. Wow, Crunch, that was an incredible back and forth between both teams, but ultimately CDB just came out on top. What are you seeing here?
Number one thing I'm definitely seeing is just the same thing I've been saying all night. There needs to just be some target prioritization of who needs to be focusing who, and just get on that target to make sure they go down. If that Doomfist is messing up your backline, go Brig, take him out, put that hard CC on him. If there's a Pharah just giving you guys trouble, just be sure to give him just a good old hit scan player to go against him. But definitely gotta be making sure that you guys are aware of the situation at hand, and you guys are able to make the best situation y'all's situation.
Alright, well it looks like they're going to try to switch things up. Beast coming in on the McCree and Clever coming in on the Pharah. Let's see if they can make something happen. The Fire Strike takes out Clever, or takes out Beast early on, but Abyss is able to get Bagel Guy, so we got single DPSs on either side. Clever getting taken out by Teddy Ursa, but Teddy Ursa gets booped by Clever before that death. Abyss also taking out Bacon. Beast following up on Amara. Abyss also taking out Mal, and Beauty getting the charge there on Mighty Peon. Nassif taking out Bagel Guy on the return, and that is going to be once again a point grab for the side of Komodo right there. See, it looks like they have the coordination there at the beginning, but they get antsy when they get taken off the point. Would that be kind of what you're seeing there, Crunch?
Oh yeah, they're getting the whole point of knowing when to push in, but they're only getting half of that information being able to push through.
All right,
Very
well here
nice.
comes the tackle from Mal, or from rather on Mal, taking Mal out of the picture. Clever taking out Bacon, and it looks like they're going to be able to hold on to this point just a little bit, like 35% and counting on the side of Komodo. They are trying to shore up a victory tonight, as we see Amara trying to take the far outside to get to the point, using all the Pharah skills possible, and is able to get into the objective as the rest of the team is fighting. Bagel Guy ends up taking out Clever, but Beast uses the Deadeye on Mighty Peon. The deep comes in, trying to make something happen. Beast is able to take out Bagel Guy during the Transcendence. And it looks like Nassif is going to get cleaned up by Teddy Ursa. Beast going to take out Bacon, and it's going to be a 3v4 fight here on the point. Beast following up on Mal. Amara taking out Beast, and it's still back and forth. It looks like Amara actually ended up capping that point. I didn't notice that. Getting that sneaky, but the double kill coming in for Clever is going to help them regain the point again, 73-18. And I really think Komodo is going to be able to shore this up. It looks like they've kind of figured out the holes in what was going on, and they might be able to draw this one out. What do you think, Crunch?
Biggest thing as of right now is that they just need to keep pushing up, making that kind of pressure for their DPS, and just making sure to keep doing what they did at the beginning of this game. Put that aggression to the metal.
All right, well, we see kills coming in for the side of Celestial. Deathball ends up making it it is a complete cleanup right now. Team kill for Celestial. Deathball retaking the point, 99-22. And having the ult economy to continue to hold them in position. I'm really hoping to see Komodo turn this around. The barrage comes in, as you see Beast and Abyss just fly into the sky, completely unprotected. Wow. I would not want to be in either of their position right now. They're circling orbit at the moment. What do you think's going on here, Crunch?
I don't want to say it's a recap of last week, but with the old economy the way it's looking and the way that they're pushing out and they're just trickling, they need to find a time where they can all just group in together, go in as 6, and just be able to get those picks as needed.
Yep, it looks like we're seeing a recap as assuredly. Beast using the high noon and Nassif. Oh. Oh no, not another DC. Rigged! I didn't push anything, Clever. I didn't do anything. Oh goodness. Who's it gonna be?
My money's on Beast.
You think it's gonna be Beast again?
I
It's
almost
never
think
usually the same person twice.
Bacon.
Oh, Bacon!
Bacon DC.
Oh, and with the Anna ultimate. Oh no. No, Bacon never DCs. Okay, I guess it was a quick one.
Bacon DC'd. He never DCs. Alright.
Okay, I guess it was just a little. Guess it was just a little blip. I don't see anybody DCing, so let's get back to the action. I'm seeing a back and forth here on Bacon DCing, but Bacon is obviously saying they didn't DC, so I'm like, so should I restart the or should I start the match back up?
You gotta.
I mean, they're still here, so I don't know. Maybe they.
Almighty.
The almighty Bacon DCs and still continues to play. That's magic right there. Clever coming in with the ultimate, takes out Bagel Guy, but cleans up Calamity's clock. Mal following up on Abyss, and the Far Amara takes out Beast. Clever takes out Amara, though. Mighty Peon cleaning up Beauty, and Clever getting taken out by Teddy Ursa is going to make this a 4-0 victory for the side of Celestial Deathball. Goodness gracious. Let's go ahead and play the game from the Bagel Guy Doomfish.
Doomfish.
The Doomfish.
The Doomfish.
Oh, there comes the big
Swamp
punch.
Monster. Whoa.
It's the Beast. Takes out the Abyss.
Very
Whoa, triple. Look at that. Look at that work coming in from the Doomfish. Absolute Invader, Shape of Water 2018. I have seen so many jokes about that freaking skin in that movie. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Alright, so go ahead and blow up the chat and let us know who is your player of the match. I'm going to go ahead and let you start things off tonight, Crunch.
Ooh, why are you doing this to me? I have no idea. I need to think.
Because I don't like being on the spot.
Fine. You know who did impress me the most tonight? I definitely gotta say, I think Bagel God deserves it tonight. He was able to get those right picks whenever he was needed. He was able to make the right swaps as a DPS when it was needed. And he was able to keep following up with what Mal and Amara and Mighty Peon were putting out. I think he deserves it for tonight.
You know what? I'm going to have to give mine to Mighty Peon, the PS combo. They've seemed to really find a beautiful synergy between the two of them, no matter what DPS they're playing. But wow, Mighty, I was incredibly impressed by your Widow play tonight. And it's been a while since I've picked a DPS, if I remember correctly. So Mighty, you're my player of the match for tonight. How about you, peeps? What you got?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm giving it to Peon. His Widow is just ridiculous. I mean, there was so many plays that I can't even remember them all, but yeah, there were so many that I remember him as the player. I do also want to give a shout out to Nassif Khan. That hold there at the end of King's Row, I was thinking to myself, if they win this, he's definitely the reason why. I mean, and they almost did win it. They were getting rolled up until the moment he switched to that, and I wanted to give him a shout out because he really held it well with that.
Absolutely. Even as the main tank, you got to know when to switch to make things happen. So looking into the chat, it looks like EO Moldy Cheese is giving the shout out for Teddy Ursa, House of Homie, Magetti Spaghetti, the POTM boys. He popped off and did all the head click stuff. I love it. I love it. All right, folks. Well, that is our last match for tonight. So if you're just now joining us, Celestial Deathball takes away the victory 4-0. Join us once again Wednesday night. We will be seeing, let's see, it looks like we have, if I remember correctly, because I still haven't updated my calendar, it's Game of Throws versus Horned Beast. Is that correct, peeps?
That does sound right. I was looking at the schedule earlier today, and I just can't.
Because it's like everywhere that says new team, like that was the only name.
Well, it's on
when the calendar came
Game
out.
of Throws.
It's on the Twitch.
Well, I'll have to relook at that again. But be sure to join us Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As my buddy Loutrex would say, tell your mom, dad, sister, brother, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, whoever you know, friends or family, get them involved here in the OCC, either through the Facebook group 54,000 and continuing to grow. Join us here on Twitch, either as a follow or a subscription. Every sub helps out the group, allows us to continue to expand, be able to bring you sweet gifts like we did a couple of months ago. We're, rolling out new stuff all the time, especially with peeps coming in, doing all of our IT stuff. Thank you once again for you and the admins and the moderators doing all the incredible work that they do for this group. It is definitely the place that every Overwatch player should want to be. And with that, do we have anything else, you two?
I'm going to just go ahead and say that we are still looking for commentators and for people to host games. So if you're interested in that, definitely let one of the admins know, and we would love to try you out for it, talk to you further about it. But other than that, I think that's it, guys.
Absolutely. Well, I am Captain Jack.
And I'm Crunchbite.
And I'm Peeps. Good night.